The Renewal by Kayla Kristofco. Theme: Interior Bojack's Restaurant Evening. Princess Carolyn and Bojack sit across from each other at their table.
Do you think that he heard me say no onions? If there's even a single onion, my whole night will be ruined.
I think you'll be fine, Bojack. Anyway, I actually brought you here because I'm hoping that you'll stay calm and not make a scene.
Pause.
Because of the onions?
What? No, obviously not. About a potential role.
Well, don't be shitty. I don't know what you think will cause a scene. I'm not a mind reader.
No one thinks you're a mind reader, just a person who can pay attention for...
I was talking about the onions. I can't remember everything you say or do and infer what you're talking about at all times.
Princess Carolyn sighs. Other guests begin to stare at their table.
You always overreact.
When have I ever? Why would I overreact? I don't even know what's happening here.
Well, we might still be able to do Filbert.
Princess Carolyn waits for a response, but Bojack stares back with a blank expression.
It's just that after everything got settled with the baby, I decided to help Flip get the show on another network. And people are interested.
Bojack stands, knocking his chair back.
You want me to do Filbert again? The show that ruined my life?
You see, this is an example of the overreacting I was worried about. And Filbert did not ruin your life.
Horseshit! What if I say no?
Princess Carolyn looks pleadingly at him.
You would really say no?
I don't know. I could say no. Maybe I've outgrown the part.
Now Princess Carolyn is the one who stands.
In 6 weeks.
It's just not worth my time. Our time. I suggest we both move on.
Do not.
A donkey waiter comes over with Bojack's and Princess Carolyn's food. They stand in silence and pretend to be civil while the waiter places the plates on the table. The waiter leaves and they instantly resume the conversation.
Do not mess this up, okay? For me, you know how hard I worked for this.
Princess Carolyn sits down and starts eating. Bojack sits as well. After one bite, he stands up and throws his sandwich onto the table.
God damn it! Will no one ever listen to me? Unbelievable. You ass.
The donkey waiter gasps. Bojack storms out of the restaurant.
Bojack! Would you please just... We drove here together.
She glances around self-consciously at the other people in the restaurant who are all now staring. Exterior car, evening. Bojack paces next to his car. He stops and grabs his phone from his pocket. He searches through his messages until he finds Diane. He calls her, putting the phone up to his ear. When she doesn't pick up, he frowns, brow furrowing. He waits for the beep.
Hey, Diane. I was hoping that we could talk sometime. I was actually kind of surprised that you didn't pick me up, but I guess I'll forgive you for that. But anyway, yeah, maybe we can catch up. Talk to you soon.
The cell phone asks if he's satisfied with the message. Bojack deletes it. He slides into his car and speeds out of the parking lot. Interior, Girl Crush office, evening. A handful of people walk leisurely on their treadmill desks while scrolling through the Girl Crush website. A few pigeons chat at a bird bath in the corner. Diane slouches on a beanbag chair placed on her unmoving treadmill desk, rapidly typing on her laptop. Stefani walks up to her, eyes on her phone. Her fingers continuously type.
Hey, Diane, we have to talk. A little birdie told me that you haven't even read the stories for the online videos yet.
Diane turns to look at the birds.
Carl? Oh! What is that supposed to be? A comment about my height? You have no proof it was me.
Hey, focus. You need to start memorizing the script that your team wrote for you.
Diane starts to get out of the beanbag chair.
Well, I have this story. Diane, remember what we talked about? Well, yes. I'm gonna need to hear you say it.
Diane sighs elaborately.
Girl Crush caters to an audience that does not want to be nagged about anything overly moralistic. Exactly. We can't take the risk that the online viewers could become alienated, or worse, bored. Short, fun topics ensure more clicks. Okay, but I really think that this will get clicks. The face of the videos doesn't have to do all the researchy stuff.
Stefani starts to walk away.
Wait, will you at least look at my story? It's about the societal issues of casting great white sharks to play underrepresented sharks. Tunagi.
Diane closes her laptop on her desk and slouches down on the beanbag chair, crossing her arms. Carl approaches someone who just walked in and begins loudly whispering in her ear.
Diane just totally got shut down by Stefani.
Diane shakes her head to herself as the pigeons laugh and fly out of the room. Interior, Princess Carolyn's office, evening. Princess Carolyn enters to find Mr. Peanutbutter sitting at her desk with his feet up, playing a game on his phone.
Mr. Peanutbutter, why are you here?
Mr. Peanutbutter stands as Princess Carolyn moves towards her desk.
Hello. I want to see what's happening with you in the world of producing/managing. Your helpful assistant let me in.
Well, evidently not that helpful. I needed him to scan these documents.
Princess Carolyn holds some papers before tossing them back onto the desk.
Already done. He was telling me about how tough his job is, so I offered to do it for him.
Really? Well, you're more considerate than some people.
I have heard that. Some would even say I'm a manager's best friend.
Princess Carolyn sits at her desk.
Thank you for visiting.
You're welcome.
Pause. Princess Carolyn gives him an annoyed look following the interruption.
Anyway, if you don't mind, I have to finish up here, and I was planning on going home eventually, so...
She waits for him to get the hint.
So, you need me to stay and help. I hear you loud and clear. What are we doing?
Mr. Peanutbutter sits on the edge of one of the chairs across from the desk, ears perked up. Princess Carolyn sighs. Interior, Princess Carolyn's apartment, night. Todd sits on the couch, watching TV while holding Princess Carolyn's new baby. He glances frequently down at her.
Who do you think the killer will be?
Pause.
I bet it's that suspicious-looking guy who was the very first person the cops suspected.
There's a banging on the door. Todd jumps a little in his seat.
Todd! 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 Open the door!
Todd jumps up and glances around nervously. He looks at the baby in his arms.
Do you think it's a criminal?
He grabs a heavy book from Princess Carolyn's shelf and tiptoes to one side of the door.
Who's there?
Bojack bangs harder.
Todd! Open up!
As Todd slowly turns the doorknob and peers out, ready to swing the book at the intruder with his other hand.
Bojack?
Bojack pushes in the door and stomps into the room, knocking Todd back, making him drop his weapon.
What are you doing? You know, I cannot believe her. She just goddamn stupid Flip with his stupid, terrible show.
Todd closes the door.
Bojack! I'm so glad it's just you.
What do you mean, just me? And why are you holding a baby?
Todd sits back on the couch.
We're watching TV together about the killers that walk among us.
Bojack sits next to him.
I don't really know why I came. What should I do?
I'm not really sure I can give you advice because I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the Filbert renewal. Princess Caroline's still working on it, even though it was ruined by a poorly run, terrible company.
Todd stares straight ahead.
Hey!
Oh, sorry, Todd. I know you did the best you could at what time is it right now?
No, I mean, the character that I least suspected has been arrested. What a crazy show!
Bojack groans.
Seriously?
Bojack, I worked with Flip every day. He was very difficult to work with, but he had his moments of brilliance, so a renewal probably won't be so...
Bojack jumps up.
That's it! If I want to stop this show from happening, I just need to remind everyone how annoying Flip is.
Oh, wait, that's not
First
what I...
thing tomorrow, you and I will go and spread the truth about that garbage director.
Todd stands.
Wait a minute. I actually don't want...
Bojack grabs Todd by the shoulders.
Todd, if our friendship means anything to you, you'll help me with this.
They stare at each other intently.
Well, it doesn't mean nothing to me, but...
Yeah, that's the spirit. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bojack rushes out before Todd can interject and slams the door.